Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is 3-Chord Dave and today we're talking about the brand new Harley Benton Mosrite. We're talking about the brand new Harley Benton MR collection. That's what it is. Yes folks, we're going to talk about that brand new Harley Benton collection in just a second. But first, I need to remind you one more time, 3-Chord Dave Live happens right here on this YouTube channel every Saturday night. So it's Saturday night Irish time, 10 p.m. Hit subscribe. Hit the notification bell, choose all notifications, and you can be a part of 3-Chord Dave Live. We get about 30 to 40 people just gathered talking about guitars and music and all kinds of things. It's a lot of fun. We always enjoy ourselves, and there's no inappropriate comments whatsoever. Seriously. Anyway, pop along. It's always a good time. Let's get on with the video. Now, Harley Benton, of course, are Thoman's in-house brand. So if you're not familiar with Thoman, one of the biggest music sellers here in Europe, and they do a great job of selling guitars and all kinds of musical instruments, and of taking most of my money. And if you're not familiar with Mosrite, who we will just talk about for a moment here, Mosrite are an American guitar company formed in 1956. Mosley and there was Andy Mosley was knocking around as well, the two of them combined to make Mosrite guitars. Their most famous guitar was the Ventures model, which was a guitar, the basically collection designed for the world famous band, The Ventures. Yes, those are the Ventures, the ones you're thinking of right now, those ones. Now these guitars were extremely popular. Mosrite went on to be played by lots and lots of country and rock musicians over the years. Another famous player would have been, say, Johnny Ramone, of course, more recently than the Ventures. So for a long time, we've known that Harley Benton was going to do something that looked like a Mosrite guitar. We just didn't know what exactly they were going to do, and we didn't know when they were coming. Today is the day they were coming, and now we know all about them. So let's check them out. There are three variations of these guitars to choose from. There's the modern, there's the classic, and there's the baritone version of both of those. So I guess there's still two versions with an extension, literally. Anyway, let's just dig into it. So these are actually not that bad a deal. As I said, you've got the three versions. So the baritone classic and just the standard classic, they both come in at the same price, 249 euros. If you're looking for the modern, which has a couple of higher specs, that's an extra 100 euros. So that comes in at 349 euros. Altogether. And of course, translate that to American money and British money and I don't know, Australian money if you want to, but that's where we're starting on with the euros today. Good news, if you like your guitars backwards, left-handed people are catered for from day one. However, you can't like colors at all because the white one, the black one, the candy apple red one, and the other one, the blue one, they're all just right-handed. So if you want to have a left-handed one, you got to have Sunburst. So I hope you like Sunburst because that's all you're getting. So let's talk about these guitars a little bit. So the specs of them. So let's start with the modern series. So they start with an alder body that's carved. Very nice. You've got a bolt-on grade A Canadian maple neck. Go Canada. The neck has a natural satin finish and is a C-shaped profile. Of course, you've got a matching headstock on all these because matching headstocks are actually cool. You've got a Macassar ebony fretboard. I don't know what Macassar ebony is, but I presume it's ebony of some kind. It looks like a very light ebony. Then you've got 22 blacksmith stainless steel frets. You've got a tusk nut, two Artec ACH90 soap bar Alnico 5 humbucking pickups. Whew. One volume, one tone. That tone knob is a push-pull for coil taps. Got a three-way switch and Wilkinson Clouson style tuners. And as I said, black, blue, red, white, or Sunburst are the colors. Now the same colors are repeated in the classic version. There are a few differences. You do still get the bolt-on Canadian maple neck, very nice, but you no longer have alder. The bodies for these are basswood, basswood. The bodies are basswood or basswood, whichever way you pronounce it. You've got a roasted Yatoba on the fretboard on these ones, because here's where you get a little bit more Mosrite-like. You get two Artec P90 soap bar Alnico 5 pickups. And then of one volume, one tone. Of course, there's no splitting or tapping or nothing like that because they're single coils. And then you get a three-way switch. Now in terms of scale lengths, because obviously both of these are available in baritones, so the standard versions, the modern and the classic, are 25.5-inch scale lengths, and then the baritone versions are 27-inch. So that's your measurements there. And don't forget, as I said, if you do like your guitars backwards, they are available in left-handed models, but only for Sunburst. So interestingly, I know some guitar channels, particularly ones who own guitar stores, don't like Harley Benton at the moment and are, planning to boycott them and not work with them and all that kind of stuff. But here's what I will say. The people who were going to buy these guitars were not going to buy Mosrite guitars. Mosrite guitars are not in business anymore anyway, so it's not like they're hurting Mosrite's bottom line. They literally are not in business anymore. So there's nothing like that. These are an homage as well. They're not exact replicas. They do look very reminiscent, but let me show you this picture here, and you can see the Mosrite Venture model is actually behind the Harley Benton model here on this picture. And you can see, yes, the Harley Benton is very similar. And I tried to scale the pictures as closely as possible. But as you can see, there is a size difference. The Mosrite being a much bigger guitar. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but holding that in your hand, that is going to be a bigger guitar. And you can see what I like to call the sloop at the bottom is far greater than it is on the Harley Benton as well, on the Mosrite. So there is enough difference. And as we all know as well, it's the headstock that is the intellectual property of the guitar companies. Anyway, the bodies are, everybody makes a Strat, everybody makes a Tele. Now I guess everybody makes a Mosrite Ventures model. So we'll see how that continues in the future. But I think it's a cool move from Harley Benton. We know as well that there's been a lot of talk about them doing a Firebird model. We expect to see that very soon, like in the next, I would say probably within the next month. Maybe 6 weeks, we're going to see that. And I think it's a fair shout to say at this point, we're going to see a white one. We're going to see a candy apple red one. And we're also going to see a sunburst one. Probably with mini humbuckers, and we'll see what happens after that. And if those come out, snap one up, because Gibson are bound to slap a lawsuit on them, but we'll see what happens when it comes to it. But these ones, the Mosrite, as you guys know, if you watch the channel regularly, I'm not a huge offset guy. The Mosrite things are just not my cup of tea, but I do think they're cool. People who are into these guitars can pick up one of these guitars for a pretty cool price and add them to their collection. And I know a lot of people are digging that blue one because it very much does look a little bit like Johnny Ramone's guitar from the 90s. So guys, that's the Harley Benton MR collection. I think it's pretty cool. I want to know your thoughts on it below. So please let me know in the comment section down below. We'll also talk about these on 3 Chord Dave live on Saturday. So if you're knocking around Saturday around 10 p.m. Irish time, pop along, have a chat. Let's see what we all think about it. And while you're at it, don't forget 3 Chord Dave merch is available. You can get one of these cool t-shirts that says 3 Chord Dave on it. And there's a very cool special edition available in the comment section below. So check it out. I'll be back again for another guitar related video very soon. And until the next one, take care.